Yo, what's up guys? This is a Bak Yoonho guide, so we'll go into his weapons, skills, artifacts, and also a play test. I'm not really actually sure how you pronounce his name. I think Bak Yoonho, or you can say Bake. I just sometimes call him Tiger Dude, which is a lot easier. And yeah, I mean, in terms of his specialty here, he's really insane at break damage. He's probably just as good, if not better, than Woo Jin Chul, and he's kind of known to be one of the better breakers in the game. So I think he's on par, if not even better, to be honest. I think that his damage is probably a little bit more consistent, and he does light damage as well. So he's really good against the spider, and you know, any bosses that are weak to light, I pretty much put him in every time. So yeah, let's go ahead and hop in. In terms of weapon, I have his weapon from the early access. There is a tournament or like an event to get his weapon, so that's how I have his weapon. But if you don't have this, there's probably a few other things that might be okay. Like the power gauge weapon's okay. The elemental weakness damage increase is pretty good. You might even be able to go, like, he doesn't really scale off crit, but I mean, that is an option. This is an option, that's an option. But yeah, I'd probably either say the elemental weakness or the power gauge are probably the two best weapons if you don't have his main weapon. But so that's what I would look out for in terms of weapons. Moving over to skills, there's a few key things to note here. Of course, he does a lot of break damage. That's not the thing that I wanted to talk about. But in terms of his abilities here, he does do a defense decrease, which is really good, especially if you're just playing as your hunters. However, this does conflict with Sung Jin Woo if you're running like a battle with Sung Jin Woo and then have his hunters to support. Basically, I'll tell you guys how this conflicts. For Sung Jin Woo, with his Shadow Step, he already has a defense down by 60% for 15 seconds, which is better. I think box is like 20% for 20 seconds. So what you want to do if you're using Bak as a support hunter in tandem with Sung Jin Woo, you'll want to Shadow Step first and then summon him after, so that you get the Shadow Step defense down and not box defense down, because his is worse than Sung Jin Woo. So just a key thing to note down here, just to be aware of. And then I think the last thing to note down in terms of his skills is just his passive. So his passive, it does do these stacks called instances, and you just need 3 of them to do 400% damage. So it's kind of like a big explosion. You just have to look for this like white little soul icon right here. Once you get 3 of those, yeah, it's going to blow up and do a ton of damage. I mean, yeah, his ult is good as well. That does some good damage. So I just think he's really good. I like him a lot. And then in terms of artifacts, there's probably a couple things you can use here. I actually don't recommend the set I have on. I'm just using it because it has good substats. But what I would look for here, I'd probably say either the high ranking demon helmet, or sorry, not the demon helmet, but the high ranking demon set. This is a pretty good set to have for the power gauge for your whole team, so that's a good option. Or the other one is the new hunters, and this is the break set, which I have most of my better new hunter set on Woo Jin Chul, so I'm kind of waiting to get some better gear here, and then I'm gonna probably switch over to this set. Honestly, basically what I was looking for in his recommended stats, if you just look up here towards the top, he scales off of defense, light damage, and critical hit rate. So that's kind of what you have to look for in these substats here. And just a quick like little trick here, if you guys didn't know, down at the bottom left, you can actually filter through the different stats here. So what you can do is say, hey, we need defense, we need crit, and we need light damage. So then you can see all the artifacts that have these. And then you can kind of narrow down your options, so you don't have to go through them as manually. So that's helpful to note down as well. And then yeah, I mean, yeah, we can take a look at maybe some of the gear I have. So this has like defense on the helm and crits. This has defense and crits. This is crits. This has defense. So that's kind of like what I was going for. And then in terms of jewelry, I think there's only 2 good options in my honest opinion. You can either go behemoth or skeleton. This just gives you like damage based off of how low his HP is, which just needs to be under 70%. So one of these sets will be good. He doesn't scale off attack, so like there's no need to go like beast, there's no need to go red eye, aquamarine, not really. So really just behemoth or skeleton, maybe viridescent, but I think that these are probably your better 2 options here. And that's pretty much it for the gear, guys. He's pretty simple to build. You just need to keep an eye on some of his skills, especially if you're using Sung Jin Woo as well, just to get the most value and bang for your buck. But Yeah, we'll go ahead and do a play test. I'll do it against the spider. I think he's obviously the best versus the spider. And actually, I'm pretty under like the total recommended power, but I'm still able to do it because I have Cha as well. She stops the spider from healing, so this is kind of like an OP combo. So I kind of have it figured out here. But yeah, let's go ahead and dive in. And yeah, let me turn off like my shadows summons as well. Dodge there, switch. Let's go ahead and do some break damage. What's nice as well is that his autos do break damage as well. So he's already broken, so that was pretty fast again. And basically, I'm gonna summon Cha for a sec, just because she's gonna stop the healing. Oh, I didn't dodge that, but let's switch back to block, so we can see the break damage again. Take a look at his ult. Oh, I'm seeing big deal. Alright, we'll ult when he gets back. This, I'll just switch to Emma. I think the idea here is, by the way, just to dodge the spiders, but just kind of want to run around. Actually, I could spawn in my shadows just to help with this part. Okay, so let's switch back to Baku. I'll just get his standard. Okay. Gonna break though. Okay, so let's just go ahead and ult. I just want to see this damage. So he's at like 54% HP. He's at like 4%. I don't think that crit, but... So yeah, I think you guys kind of get the point here. I'm not really using like my other hunters too much, or my shadows very much. So, I mean, he's basically on the solo and the spider. Besides like the Cha stopping him from healing, so... So pretty good. I think the other bosses that he would be good against, I think Idris on story mode. What other bosses do you like? There's a good amount of light bosses. Let's go quickly. But yeah, I'll just kind of wrap up this video by saying I do appreciate everyone that tunes in, subscribes, supports the channel. I'm a little bit smaller right now. I'm just kind of getting started on the content grind. So I do appreciate any and all love, of course. And I'm going to have a lot more videos coming out. So if you guys want to see any specific videos on like specific guides of different hunters, I already came out with some, especially for Cha. I think that was one of the more popular ones. So yeah, feel free to check those out. I also have a community Discord. So if you guys have any questions or want to chat and connect, I'll put the Discord down below in the description of the video, so feel free to join there. But yeah, I think I'll just finish up killing this guy really quickly. And there it is. So pretty good. Even doing like the spider where I'm under the recommended power, it's, you know, more than doable. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Wow, we got some good stuff here. As mentioned, yeah, in the comments, that's kind of where I like to interact, so feel free to drop a comment. And yeah, I'll catch you guys next time. Thanks, and take care. Peace.